Hi doll friends! I'm doing a very special video. I am doing a Chinese New Year video this time because I'm Chinese. So I have this doll. She's a bit messed up. She actually belongs to my niece. She gave it to me because she had a double, so thank you. I'm going to replace her body, which I don't normally do, but that's because I wanted to do a lot of posing for this video. A lot of posing because the outfit in my mind was going to have loads of like special looks to it. Anyway, so I'm going to take both the heads off. And actually, when I did this, I actually burnt the hair. You can't see it in the video, but maybe you can a little bit. But the hair was a bit burnt in both the dolls. So yeah, bad idea maybe. So I'm going to cut this doll's hair because the outfit I actually had in my mind for quite a while. I wanted to do something with a hood on. And so if you ever have an outfit with a hood on before a doll, you know that all the hair bunches in the back and it gets really clumpy. And so that's why I wanted to cut the hair. So yeah, I've just done this. I literally put an elastic band around her head and I just chopped it to that length. Nothing special about this, but surprisingly, it turns out quite good. I was quite surprised, to be honest. I thought it would look really, really bad, but actually turns out okay. And I sweeped it to the side afterwards. So yeah, it works. Try it. Like, it's really, really good technique. By the way, also, the lips on this doll is slightly pink. Now, this is actually one of those that I got when I first started doing remakeovers. Not remakeovers, just makeovers, not remakeovers. That's not a word. Anyway, and I painted the lips with toothpicks, and that's why she has really dodgy lips. And at some point, my niece saw this doll and would call her ketchup face, which I found really funny. Anyway, I'm now giving this doll a whole new makeover, and I managed to get rid of her lips, although there is still a slight pink tinge from it, and that's from previous like painting that I tried to do. But actually, it's not too bad because it gives this kind of like neutral lips kind of look to it in a way, I think. Not quite sure. Anyway, I am giving her some blue eyeshadow because I want this makeup to be kind of dramatic in a way. Not too dramatic, not like clown makeup dramatic, but more kind of high fashion dramatic. That's why I'm kind of going for a toned down lip. I'm going for really subtle eyebrows. So what I'm starting off here is using pan pastels, and then I'm highlighting it with pencils, watercolor pencils to give the eyelash effect. And then I'm just going over all the other details in black that I need to do before I start painting it over. And I'm just going to recolor over anything that I feel needs a bit more color in the watercolor pencils before I move on to the acrylic paints. And I do acrylic paints with a bit watered down thinner to make it a bit more flexible because when you don't thin it down, it gets really clumpy. So if you do this, try to use a paint thinner, a special paint thinner, not like, you know, one you use for like the wall, but like special artist paint thinner, yeah. And also, I am using for the first time properly a nail brush pencil. Therefore, nail arts. This is what you're seeing there for the black, and they're really, really good. I thought they'd be quite difficult to do because there's quite long paint brush ends, but I definitely recommend them to use them properly. So yeah, and they're just a finer tip than my other paint brushes. So yes, definitely recommend those. So yeah, I've got most of the eyes done now. I kind of just doing the white eyelid bit there, and then I am now just doing a bit of blusher on the cheeks. Once I'm happy with all of this, I'll give it a final coat of Mr. Super Clear. I then use this latex, Limitex varnish to go over the lips, and it's a gloss varnish. It's really, really good, and you don't need much at all. So yeah, this is the final look. I really, really like her. She's got kind of a sad eye, but I think it's more like model-esque kind of, you know, looking into the far, far distance kind of look. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with her. And now I'm going to the clothes. So I have these amazingly beautiful jacquard Asian motif embroidery fabrics. I don't know what they're called really, but they're absolutely beautiful. The only thing is they're kind of small pieces because they're just the embellishment. So I kind of had to work out what I could do with my pattern pieces because I didn't have enough of each one to do it all in one color. So I've had to just split it in three colors. So I've got one part in black, one part in yellow, and one part in red. And so yeah, this is kind of why it's in different colors. It's because I just don't have enough in just one solid color. So anyway, I start off with the ears and I go around the edges and I do 2 stitchings, and I cut the corners off. Now make sure if you ever do this, cut the corners off, because when you turn this out, if you don't cut the corners off, they won't be pointy. Now I'm going to put gold wire. This is jewelry wire, or craft wire actually, and I'm just pulling the edges, and yeah, just to give it some flexibility. So yes, as you can tell, I want ears on this because this year is the year of the rabbit. My year, I'm 36 this year. I know I don't sound it. I know I sound like I'm 16, but yes, I am actually 36 this year, believe it or not. Anyway, so once I've done the hat pieces, which you can see here, not the hat pieces, the hood pieces, it's quite simple. You just stitch it all together and you have this nice little shape here. Now, the body pieces are in red, and I've tried to match them as best I can. So as you can see here, they're kind of one whole piece. That took a lot of work, but I think they turned out really well. And with this fabric, it frays a lot. Like, you cut it and it will start fraying. So everything I do, once I've stitched it, I will then overlock it with the overlocking machine. Not the overlocking machine, with the overlocking stitch on my sewing machine. I will show that in a bit of what I mean. But yeah, it's best to do that with this type of fabric because otherwise it just frays everywhere. Now, once I have done the body as much as I can, I now attach the hood, and I am doing a facing as well in the same gold color. And this just makes sure that the inside doesn't fray much. You should do this for anything really that does a hood or a collar or anything. I have stuck it down as well here with some bonder web so it doesn't flap up, just to make it extra secure. I've also tacked the facing to the centre back seam allowance and the shoulder seam allowance as well. Now, once I've done all of that, I'm now going to sew the side seams, as you can see right here. As what I mentioned before about using the zigzag stitch, this is what I'm doing. It's just on the machine, and it's really good for fabrics like this which fray a lot as you work, and it just makes it so much easier and so much neater. So I pretty much do that as I go along each piece. And now I'm just going to sew the crotch seams together and the inside leg, and then the body is pretty much done. Now, I think it looks quite good at this stage. I'm now going to add the rabbit ears. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm adding rabbit ears, it's because it's the year of the rabbit. This year is also my year. If you don't realize that I'm also Chinese, so there's a reason why I'm doing this, and this is the reason why this video is special. But yeah, once I've got the ears on, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not quite sure if I like it or not. So I decided to put it on the doll because I think the best way is to actually see it, what it looks like on the doll. Because at this moment, I'm not really sure. This is what it looks like with the hat and the ears on. What do you think? Like, if you're watching this, do you think I should have kept this on? Because, like, spoiler alert, I take these off. But yeah, what do you think? Should I kept it? I don't know. I've taken this off because I think it looks so much better without it. A bit more fashiony rather than a bit more comically. Anyway, so I put shoes on her, you know, these fabulous red shoes I have. I have painted her nails because, you know, you just got to, right? It just makes it so much better. Now, this is what she looked like before, and this is what she looks like now, and I'm really, really happy with her. If you've liked this video, please subscribe, please leave a comment if you really like it. Yeah, I'm super happy with her. Now, there is some extra bonus footage. I did take this dog to Chinatown, so please enjoy it, okay? Thank you very much. Bye! Like, looking at the menu. Looking at the menu. Looking at the menu. What you gonna eat? What you gonna eat? Yay!